Bleib Kalakonina high und tja. Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Tournament 2025. Arjun Erigesi versus Nepomniachtchi. Niyatin. Chess Base India.
Can either jump to e5 or jump to g5. तो ऐसा बीच में कहीं पे तो चाहिए. मतलब we need to place your knight in such a way that it can go in both the squares. Yeah, depending on what black does. So
Correct. So this is looking a little bit dangerous for Magnus. We have a few more moves. This has happened.
Whoa! Remaneuvering is happening. Reconstruction.
And Fabi is so strong. No, he finds these ideas very quickly.
Yeah.
But let's say f6.
Yeah, f6 f6 is really a tough move to make. Because now I'm going to go knight f3, knight d4. I don't know if I'm going to be happy to allow this rookies like already maybe.
e5 you want to play, but
and by the way, going into this position is going to be a nightmare for black. Like you have to defend king e3, king d4, king c5. These positions. Forget about the engine evaluation, which
I
says
would
that
prefer Harshit to keep the rook also here, rook a7,
and then go knight f3, knight d4. Also, because bishop b5, knight f3. After knight d4, your bishop is trapped on b5. Nowhere for it to go. All squares are controlled. If you go rook b8, e6 pawn is going to fall.
But I think we've not seen the best way for Magnus to continue because obviously
yes, of course.
I mean,
has so many better ways. No?
We could look at all the best defenses for black, but we are more trying to show that white has some chances.
Yeah.
If black goes wrong, but black is Magnus. Magnus doesn't go wrong.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it was anyone but Magnus Sagarbai, I would say Fabi has great chances, but Magnus, I feel, is going to hold.
Magnus will just understand that his bishop belongs here.
Yeah.
Let's go to Nepo very quickly because there is something is happening and Nepo versus Arjun.
Yeah, what's happening there?
No, Nepo versus Arjun.
Yes. What?
Oh, the positional sacrifice. This reminds me of the exact similar position in Reassess Your Chess where Rook G6 is the...
What a
even
move.
in my system.
No, not Rook G6, Rook D4, Amruta.
Okay, that one is positional play, but in my system they have Rook G6.
Petrosian-like sacrificing the exchange on b6, bishop b6. What do you think he's going to capture back with? That's the biggest question. After bishop b6, what pawn will you take back with?
Can we see the last few moves or did you guys check?
Amruta, just to quickly mention, after bishop b6, usually we always want to recapture back with the a pawn. I think this position is an exception where we might want to capture back with the c pawn so that the knight can jump into c5.
Yeah,
I feel c takes b6
really...
followed by knight c5, ideas of a6 lingering in the position. I think this is going to be super difficult for black to defend. Just to quickly show what happened after we left it, we saw it in this position, bishop c7, bishop c2, and we did mention that it would be nice to connect the rooks. Bishop g6 played, putting the bishop on this nice diagonal. Rook b1, knight f5, exchanging the knight on the rim so that it's not saw it in this position, bishop c7, bishop c2, and we did mention that it would be nice to connect the rooks. Bishop g6 played, putting the bishop on this nice diagonal. Rook b1, knight f5, exchanging the knight on the rim so that it's not.
So he definitely feels the pressure.
Yes.
Can we have a full screen and see the players once, Sagar?
Yeah, sure. I will try to bring up both of them.
Whatever way you want, Amruta, can happen.
Sagar fulfills all my wishes. Thank
Wow.
you, Sagar.
That's Arjun for you. He's looking a bit under the
Yeah,
weather.
bit nervous.
Yeah, this one is like you can easily see that Arjun is not very happy with his position.
Young Joe.
Sagar fulfills all my wishes.
Jan Nepomniachtchi is kind of trying to give all these youngsters a positional lesson. He's looking happy.
And also motivated after losing yesterday to Vincent. He's like, I know that I lost to one young talent. Let's not have it happen again. And he's super focused. Rook b6 illustrates how focused he is by finding this cool idea. Knight f7 and bishop c3 was played, or
Yeah, looks like that.
Yeah, he
He
played.
Yeah,
played
he
bishop
played it.
c3.
double X as well. Wow.
Okay, it's just basically saying that because the rook can
Yeah.
be taken. So
Okay, now question is, let's say, what are the candidate moves for black? Because rook b1 is happening in the night. Can you go e5 firstly?
Yeah.
Takes,
I think e5 should be on the radar, but it's not working out also because bishop is here. But could we
It
take?
is, no? It is still the best counterplay you can get.
Yeah, you need to open up the position somehow. Knight g5 now or something like
And
that.
now you can
E5.
take, no? Why like take, and this position could be playable.
Yeah, knight g5, knight e6. Ah, great blockader. Oh, that's knight e6. I like even more so that I can push, just stop that e5 pawn, and this looks quite good for black.
Hey, but you mentioned knight c5, right? So, यहाँ पे if knight c5, then black should be happy with bishop c2 exchange.
Exactly, because bishop c2, queen c2, rook f1, king f1, and queen f8 check wins your knight on
Oh,
c5.
अरे क्या ही सवाल था. बढ़िया. फटाफट tactics.
Too fast, Harshit bhai.
Speed.
I show speed.
I also showed speed.
Amazing.
हर्षित
You know
भाई का
it.
जैकेट ब्लू है, अर्जुन का भी जैकेट